Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today, inshallah, we will talk about a new topic, which is venous drainage of the upper limb. There are two types of veins in the upper limb. One is superficial veins and one is deep veins. The main superficial veins of the upper limb, the cephalic vein on the lateral side and the basalic vein on the medial side, they originate in the subcutaneous tissue on the dorsum of the hand from the dorsal venous network. See here in this diagram, this is dorsal venous network or the dorsal venous arch. It is giving origin to two veins, one on the lateral side, which is cephalic vein, and one on the medial side, which is basalic vein. They are present in the superficial fascia below the skin. There are many perforating veins which are communicating these superficial veins with the deep veins. Like the dermatomal pattern, the logic for naming the main superficial veins of the upper limb, the cephalic and the basalic, they become apparent when the limb is placed in the initial embryonic position. See here in this diagram, the cephalic vein is present on the thumb side or the lateral side, but in the embryo the thumb is towards the head side. That's why the vein which is present on the thumb region or the thumb side is called as the cephalic vein, that is the towards the head, and the basalic vein which is on the medial side is towards the base, because in embryo the medial side of the arm is towards the leg side or the base. That's why the vein which is present here is called as basalic vein, that is towards the base region. Okay, I hope you understand why the cephalic vein is named as cephalic and basalic vein is named as basalic vein. See here in this diagram, this is dorsal venous network. It is giving origin to two types of veins. One is on the lateral side or the thumb side. This is cephalic vein, and one is over the basalic vein. You can see here on the surface also, this is the dorsal part of the hand, and here you can see the dorsal venous network and the cephalic vein and the basalic vein. Same in this diagram also, you can see here the superficial veins or superficial venous palmar arch. This is over the palm side, and there is over the dorsal side also there is the superficial venous arch, which will give origin to cephalic vein on the thumb side and the basalic vein on the medial side of the arm. First of all, we will discuss about the cephalic vein. The cephalic word comes from a Greek word cephale, which means head. It ascends in the subcutaneous tissue. See here in this diagram, it ascends in the subcutaneous tissue from the lateral aspect of the dorsal venous arch. Here in this diagram, they have shown the palm. There is the dorsal venous arch on the dorsum of the hand, which gives origin to the cephalic vein. It proceeds along the lateral border of the wrist. See here in this diagram, the cephalic vein is proceeding on the lateral border of the wrist and the anterior-lateral surface of the proximal forearm and arm, and is often visible through the skin because it is present in the subcutaneous tissue. That's why they are visible over the skin. Anterior to the elbow, the cephalic vein communicates with the median cubital vein. See here in this diagram, this is median cubital vein which pass obliquely across the anterior aspect of the elbow in the cubital fossa, and it joins the basalic vein. So this is called as the median cubital vein. See here in this diagram, this median cubital vein is a vein which is communicating the cephalic vein on the lateral side to the basalic vein on the medial side. The cephalic vein courses superiorly between the deltoid and the pectoralis major muscle. See here in this diagram, this is deltoid muscle and there is the pectoralis major muscle. So this cephalic vein, it goes into the deltopectoral groove and then it enters in the clavipectoral fascia. So remember this thing as we discussed in the lecture of fascia, that the clavipectoral fascia is pierced by three structures. One of those three structures is the cephalic vein. So the cephalic vein enters the deltopectoral groove, it enters the clavipectoral triangle and the clavipectoral fascia. It will pierce the costocoracoid membrane and it will join the terminal part of the axillary vein. Remember this thing, that the cephalic vein drains in the axillary vein. Okay, both of the cephalic and the basalic vein, they will drain in the axillary vein. Now we will discuss about the basalic vein. See here in this diagram, the basalic vein ascends in the subcutaneous tissue from the medial end of the dorsal venous arch, which is present on the dorsal side of the hand. It will proceed along the medial side of the forearm and the inferior part of the arm, and it is often visible through the skin because it is present in the superficial fascia, so it is visible over the skin. It then passes deeply near the junction of the middle and the inferior third of the arm. It will pierce the brachial fascia. Brachial fascia is the deep fascia of the arm. So the basalic vein will pierce the deep fascia of the arm, and it runs superiorly parallel to the brachial artery and the medial cutaneous nerve of the forearm to the axilla, where it merges with the accompanying veins of the axillary artery to form the axillary vein. So the basalic vein will form the axillary vein along the veiny comitants of the axillary artery. So remember this thing, that the cephalic vein and the basalic vein, they both drain in the axillary vein. Now there is another vein which is called as median antebrachial vein. Median because it is present in the medial part. Okay, see here, this is the middle part. That's why it is called as median. Antebrachial means forearm. So this is the median vein of the forearm. This median antebrachial vein, which is also called as the median vein of the forearm, is highly variable. It begins at the base of the dorsum of the hand. It will come over the dorsal surface of the thumb, and it curves around the lateral border of the wrist and ascend in the middle of the anterior aspect of the forearm between the cephalic and the basalic vein. The median antebrachial vein sometimes divide into median basalic vein, which will communicate with the basalic vein, and the median cephalic vein also, which will communicate with the cephalic vein. Okay, so this median antebrachial vein can divide into median basalic and median cephalic vein, which will communicate with the basalic vein and the cephalic vein respectively. We have discussed about the superficial veins. Now we will discuss about the deep veins of the upper limb. Deep veins lie internal to the deep fascia. As I have told you that the superficial veins lie in the superficial fascia. So the deep veins lie internal to the deep fascia, and in contrast to the superficial vein, they usually occur as the paired accompanying veins that travel with or bear the same name as the major arteries of the limb. See here in this diagram, as we have the subclavian artery, so there will be accompanying vein that is the same name of that artery, that is the subclavian vein. Then the subclavian artery becomes the axillary artery, so there will be axillary vein. Then there are two main veins. Okay, see here in this diagram, this is subclavian vein and the axillary vein. We have brachial artery in the arm, so we will have the brachial vein with the same name of the artery which is present in the arm. So this is brachial vein. This brachial vein will drain in the axillary vein, and the axillary vein will drain in the subclavian vein. In the forearm, we have two main arteries, which are the radial and the ulnar arteries. So we will have the two main veins, which are the radial vein and the ulnar vein. See here in this diagram. So we have radial vein and the ulnar vein. They will drain in the brachial vein. The brachial vein will drain in the axillary vein, and the axillary vein will drain in the subclavian vein. See here in this diagram also, this is the superficial venous palmar arch. Okay, there is also one deep venous palmar arch also, which will continue to the radial vein and the ulnar vein. The radial vein is present on the radial side or the lateral side, and the ulnar vein is present on the medial side or the ulnar side. These two veins, they will drain in the brachial vein, which is present along with the brachial artery. This brachial vein will drain in the axillary vein. This is axillary vein which will drain in the subclavian vein. Okay, so these are very important deep veins. In the upper extremity, the deep veins include the paired radial veins, paired ulnar veins, paired brachial veins, axillary vein, and the subclavian vein. Hope you understand.